Yeah, because I was on a Zoom call and the camera was working fine. So,
Hey, no worries at all. No need for a
mhm.
camera. You'll be able to just be able to see my screen here.
Sure.
I'll run through a lot of this here today, and if you have any questions, definitely want to open that up to you. Um, it looks like we're a solo session today, Rex. So
Yeah,
nobody
that's
jumped on
cool.
outside of us, but it's fun. We'll still go run through this training the same way as if there were 150 of us.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love it. Well, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Today, what we're going to go over is building out Facebook retargeting audiences. I'm going to also pull up an example of speaking about the flywheel, and we'll talk a little bit about the importance of a flywheel and where retargeting falls upon that. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. You let me know if you can see it. All
Yep,
right.
I got it.
Perfect. So here's the plan. This right here is a flywheel. And so you've probably heard of sales funnels in the past. This is a little bit different. This is a flywheel. So it's I've seen it through HubSpot. It's kind of where I believe pioneered this. But essentially what the goal is to have marketing, sales, and service all do different things to attract, engage, and delight. And so what we do in the marketing wheel is we try to attract strangers into leads. We engage those leads to become prospects, and then we delight those prospects to become clients. And with happy clients becomes a promoter. What does a happy client typically do? They're going to refer. They're going to let their friends and family know about you. So that way they almost become this army of promoters for you to also help you attract strangers into leads. And then you can see how the system works to continue spinning. So today, we're not going to necessarily talk about how you attract strangers into leads, or we could talk we're going to talk a little bit on engage and delight. Both of these in marketing are forms of retargeting. So once you have a lead, you have already attracted them to become a stranger and give you information to become a lead. Now we need to figure out how can we make that lead become a prospect. And so through different forms of retargeting, we can do so. Today, we're going to build out a few different audiences on Meta's Ads Manager or Facebook Ads Manager, and they're going to be website retargeting. So anybody that visits your website will install a Meta pixel on the website, and if they go to your website and you set up an ad to retarget that audience of website visitors, you basically can now push content or ads into their news feeds, and this is getting in front of people who visited your website over a certain amount of days. So you'll see this a lot, and you've probably been we'll call it victim of it, Rex, where you may go on Amazon and go look at black tennis shoes, and then you leave and you go on social media and you start to see ads for black tennis shoes. This is a form of website retargeting and a form of retargeting that that company is doing to get back in front of you. So we can set up this same exact strategy that Amazon and other companies, big companies, do for your real estate business. The other one we're going to do is social media retargeting. Anybody that likes, comments, shares, views a video on your Facebook business page or your Instagram page, we can get back in front of them. So a lot of people will create organic content. They'll make a whole strategy to where they want to post every single day. Maybe they're doing trending videos where they're doing a dance and doing it over audio, or maybe they'll talk over a certain audio. They call it dubbing audio. So they're like talking over a skit and they're just doing it in a situation where they can make it relevant to real estate. Or they are doing talking head videos where they're recording themselves on a camera just like this, educating on a specific topic or a tip that they may have. People create organic social media content and post it every single day. And when you do that, it can sometimes feel like you're in this like rat race, like hamster wheel. You're constantly posting content, posting content, posting content. And you're like, man, I haven't necessarily got a deal from that, or I can't really quantify how that brought me any value of all the time I've been investing in doing all these organic posts. But now you can, because now all the views you get, you can retarget them with ads. And with the ads, you can have more of a purposeful design and objective to get people to submit their information in exchange for something. Maybe that's to book an appointment and they can click the link on the ad and go schedule an appointment directly on your calendar. Maybe it's to look at a webinar or an ebook or a list of homes for sale. We can now push content in front of people who have simply before just been liking, sharing, and commenting or viewing your content that you've been posting consistently on social media. The third audience we're going to create today is your database. So you may have already been investing in lead generation and you've invested in, let's just say, Zillow leads, realtor.com, Facebook leads, Google leads. Maybe you've worked with other companies to generate you leads into your CRM. You can actually export that CRM into a CSV file, and then you can upload that CSV file into Facebook and Instagram's ads manager to create an audience of your CRM. So now you can push content back in front of your database. This could also be things for them to download and submit their information again, even though you already got their information. In a lot of these CRMs, you can just track activity to kind of just refresh or what I like to say, like drum up the beehive and just kind of like shake it up, get the bees swarming, right? So the other thing you can do is database reactivation campaigns where maybe you're not trying to get information out of them. You just want to push content in front of them to stay top of mind. So that's like great for your past clients in Sphere who are already a part of your database. All that can be done by building out this engage side and delight side of the flywheel. Now I'm going to dive in to Facebook Ads Manager and we're going to start building some of these. After we do that, I will then show you some examples of ads that you can create and how you can leverage the classroom and the school community to maybe not have to create much content at all and just really leverage the Dippidi Dropz program that's already provided to you. So, going into Ads Manager, you're going to want to be logged in. You'll go to business.facebook.com, and then you're going to want to make sure that you set up an Ads Manager here. And this will connect you to where you'll then get access to adsmanager.facebook.com. And the front page of that looks like this. We're under our ad account. It'll kind of pop up and look like this. We can then go into campaigns. This is where you can actually build out campaigns on Facebook Ads Manager. You can go down to this these three dots right here and open it up. We can go to audiences. This is where we're going to build our retargeting audiences. I've already had some built, but I'm going to show you how I built them. So the website retargeting is where we'll start. I've already have an audience built for website retargeting in the last 180 days. So what you would do is go up to this left-hand side, hit create audience. You'll create a custom audience. Your source in which this custom audience will come from will be your website. And when you're first time doing this and you hit next, it's going to prompt you and say you don't have a pixel possibly. And then you can just name your pixel. And I just named it my name, but you can name it your company name, your website name, whatever it may be. This is the source so you know what pixel this is. And so what we're going to want to do is make sure we have our source selected after you create it, which will prompt you to do so. You can do like all of website visitors. So everybody that visits your website, you want to be a part of this audience. Or if you drive a lot of traffic to your website already, you could even do like specific pages or amount of time somebody spent on your website. So you can go ahead and, or if you have events like somebody that completed a registry or viewed a specific page, you can actually just collect data from this pixel and retarget based off of that. But for this example, most agents don't have mass traffic driving to their websites. So I would recommend doing all website visitors. And now you can go your audience retention. If you don't know what this means, you can actually hover over this eye and it will tell you. It's the number of days in which you want people to remain in the audience. So, for example, if we have, what I would recommend here is the max amount of days, which is 180 days. If you see 365, we can't do, it must be 180. So, if somebody's visited your website in the last 6 months, you can have them as a part of this audience and push content to them. So imagine this. There's so many ways you market yourself as a real estate agent. You might run ads on Facebook and Instagram. You might run Google ads. You might door knock or run television ads or radio or email marketing. But ultimately, you should be trying to drive people somehow to a website. And the reason for that is imagine you're at a Chili's or a Buffalo Wild Wings and you go sit over at the bar and you recognize that the person next to you is talking about housing and you end up drumming up a conversation with them and you give them your business card. When you give them your business card, the first thing they'll probably do is not call you and not text you or email you. They're probably going to go check out your website. And when they do that, you can then, it'll pixel them. And now you can stay back in front of them with your ads. So they may have not have a real estate agent in which they're wanting to work with yet. And they're researching to find out who can build enough trust with them. And now, if you stay top of mind with them by basically getting them to your website and having retargeting ads running, you're going to have a really good opportunity of being that agent. And so I know this is like a long-winded way to say 180 days. You can name this website retargeting. And I like to be as descriptive as I can and say last 180 days. So you know that these are people that visited in the last 180 days. And then you can even put a description here if you'd like. People who visited our website in the last 180 days. Just helps you remember. Then you can hit create audience. Now, if you haven't installed the Facebook pixel on your website yet, this is where you would do it. You would come into the audience that you just created. You click this box. You come over to the three dots and you hit view pixel. Now, it'll kind of prompt you here how to install it. You're going to want to find the header code on your website. So every website, for the most part, you can go into the settings of your website and you can install code into the header section of the site. This is the code you would install and then hit save. I have a Lofty website for our example, so I'll show you how to do it in Lofty. If you were to come over to the Lofty account, go over to content and websites, it'll open up your website editor. You can hit your website, go into it. You can go over to settings. This is where like most sites would have it on there. You'll come over to tools over here and you'll see integrations. So Lofty has a direct integration where you can easily plug in your ID pretty simply. But then you can also go to the header tags. So in the header, I could come down here, I could paste it in and then hit save. If I were to do that, I would have now installed my Facebook pixel on the website. In this scenario on Lofty, I have to put a pixel ID. And you're probably like, well, what's the pixel ID? If I come over, this is a little weird, but if I come over into the pixel and the code, if you look, what's highlighted in blue here is that pixel ID. So some websites want you just to give the pixel ID. Some of them want you to paste the entire code. So for the ones that want the entire code, you just go to the script like we showed you, paste it, hit save. Now your pixel is connected to your website. And then if it wants just the ID, just come back over to that code and type in that number in blue. And then you would hit save. Now, how do you know is there a way for you to verify that this is working? Yes. You can go to the website on the front end. This is the URL. And there is a Google Chrome what do they call these? Google Chrome extension, apologies. Google Chrome extension that you can actually download. It's called the Meta Pixel Helper. You just open up Google, type in Meta Pixel Helper, Chrome extension, and this is it right here. And I already have it added, but you can add to Chrome, and then you can come into here and you can pin it. So I have mine pinned at the top here. So when I'm on any website, this is pretty cool. I can come over to it and you'll see the Meta Pixel Helper. I can click this and it will show me that the pixel is found on the website. And you can do this with any website. So like, um, Andrew, what was your website? Again, I'll pull it up. Oh, Andrew, you might be on mute. Can you let me know what your website was? Let me see if I can unmute you. Allow audio. Can you let's see. And no worries. Rex, how about you? Can you unmute and do you have a website you can let me know what it is?
Yeah, it's fine, FINE, OrlandoHomes.com.
FineOrlandoHomes.com. Perfect. There we
Sorry,
go.
Austin. I think on full screen I can't see those things at the bottom, but I just went off full screen and found you. So all good.
Awesome. What's your website, Andrew? I'll pull it up too.
Justbungalows.com.
Was it Just Bungalows?
Yeah, justbungalows.com.
Love it. All right, perfect. So I can see here, boom, you already have a Facebook pixel installed. That's fantastic. You might not, do you have a retargeting audience for your website visitors created, Andrew?
I have that in Google.
Okay, but not in
I don't
Facebook?
know. I've never done any Facebook advertising. I get all organic, but that's what I said before, Austin. I want to start that stuff.
I love it. Yeah, somebody must have installed a pixel for you. You have one
Oh,
active on the
we
site.
definitely put that on, but I don't know. See, you just created a custom audience, and are the pixels specific? Mine would be generic because
It's specific to your ad account. So if
okay,
somebody whatever pixel this is, make sure you have access to that ad account. That's where you would want to create the audiences.
got it.
Now, Rex, I saw the same thing. I feel like you also have a pixels installed on your site. Have you created retargeting audiences before?
I have not done retargeting, no.
Okay, so you already have a pixel. So in your ad account, what we're going over today, you don't even have to install the pixel. You got that already solved.
Yep.
So you would just need to create the website audience, and it won't even prompt you to create a pixel because you already have one.
All right.
All right, can everybody still see my screen?
Yep.
Perfect. All right, so that's how you create your website retargeting audience. Then we can create a few different ones. So I already have a couple here. You'll see we have the Facebook profile engagement over the last 365 days, Facebook page engagement over the last 365 days, Instagram engagement, and then we're going to also create the database. And then I'll show you like a video retargeting one as well, just a little extra. So you go to create custom audiences. I definitely recommend just like looking through these lists because these custom audiences are usually based off of data you have. And if you have data, that means it's more than likely people that have already engaged with your brand, which means that you're going to be retargeting them. So website checked off. We're going to now go to Instagram account. If you were to select that and your Instagram account is connected, you would be able to go and select it. And you could say people who engaged with this account, or you could do people who followed this account, people who visited the profile, who engaged with an ad or a post. I just like to do engagement because this includes anybody who's taken an action on this post or an ad, such as a like, comment, save, carousel swipe, button taps, or shares. So a lot of opportunity to just get back in front of people. I like to do 365. So basically, if you've seen a piece of content from me and you liked it in the last year, good luck not seeing me anymore. You're going to start seeing me through retargeting ads. So then you come into here. You can do Instagram engagement 365, and then you can create the audience. I already have it, so I'm not going to create a second. I'll actually delete this one because I already have it, just so I don't confuse myself in the future. All right, so Facebook page, create custom audience. We could do a Facebook page. Hit next. You can choose your page here. And notice how this pulls up two for me. Personal, professional. One says personal and the other says page. Personal means your actual Facebook account. So sometimes you don't post on your business page. Maybe you post more on your personal page. You can actually create people who engage with your profile and make audiences around that too. So you could do Facebook profile engagement. I know I spelled that wrong, but 365 days and create the audience. So now, even if you're like posting to your friends, this is your friends are people who do business with you. So like if they're liking, commenting, sharing, you want them to be a part of that retargeting audience so you could stay top of mind with the real estate content as well. So Facebook profile engagement's one route, and then we would create another one for the Facebook page. So I actually have two. I have my own profile, and then I actually have a professional page for myself and my personal brand. So you could do that too. Facebook page engagement, 365 days, not 64, and then create audience. The other thing we can do is we can go on to event. Like if you ever ran an event on Facebook, you can do that. If you've done video, you can click video, hit next. People who have viewed 3 seconds of your video, that's not much. So you can build like mass retargeting audiences. If people just watch 3 seconds, they can see your ads. But you may not want to get back in front of people that only saw 3 seconds. That's completely up to you. I'm not opposed to it because I'm in the game of playing like mass marketing and just staying in front of people to build trust because eventually they'll raise their hand. And so the other thing you can do is like people that have viewed certain percentage of your video. So maybe you're like, you know what? I want a little bit more qualified traffic that I'm retargeting with my videos. So I want to make sure they only view 50% of my videos. Once you do that, you can select the videos in which they've done so. You can go to your page and you can select the audience here. So you can select the specific videos that they watch 50% of. And then you can come down and hit confirm. Video viewers, 50%, and then create your audience. Now, a really cool one you can do is your CRM database. I think that's one of the most valuable ones because you've already paid for these leads, or they're your past clients, they're your sphere, they're people you're currently working or trying to build trust with. You should get back in front of them. And so you can create an audience here. It's a customer list. You will need to go into your CRM and export all the data, but really all you need is email, phone number, and if you have first name, last name, it can help. But email, phone number are like the two biggest variables you'll want. And you don't have to have email and phone number, it's email or phone number. So you can go to next. You can upload your file. So I went ahead and downloaded one right before this call. I'm going to go ahead and upload it here. Oh, let me go and do that. All right. And it says, does your file include a column for customer value? It does not. Most of the time it won't. So you could just say no. And then you can name your audience here. So you could put like CRM database. And then I usually like to put my date just because your CRM can grow over time and you may need to refresh this. Now you got to map the data. So you can see actions needed, what hasn't been mapped and what has been mapped. So what has been mapped is phone number. That's great. And email. Oh, perfect. What hasn't been mapped, contact ID. I don't need it. First name, I can put it in here because it can help Facebook if they try to like be accurate with, oh, this person's name was Jonathan Diaz and that's his email. Yep, this is exactly the profile. So it just helps give more data to Facebook to make this more accurate. And last name will map as well. Business name's not an option. Like you can see your options of what you can map. City, state, country, date of birth. Like if you have any of this info in your CRM, you can map it to it if you'd like. So I have everything I want. I'm going to import and create. And let's see how many people of our CRM were mapped. Boom. 17,581 people were mapped from our CRM and matching profiles for us to be able to get in front of. So that's amazing. We can get right back in front of basically an audience of 17,000 in our retargeting, let alone our website, video retargeting, and other social media engagement. That is how you would create the audiences in Facebook Ads Manager. I do want to open up the floor for questions right now, and then we'll segue into some ads you could potentially be running. Anything you got, fellas?
I think you answered most of what I was going to ask. Yeah, uploading email addresses. That's cool.
Isn't it? Isn't it? I
yeah.
love it.
So, okay, Austin, here's a question for you. What do you charge to just do this for me? How does that work?
Yeah. So it really just depends. So like if you wanted us to manage social media ads, our prices start typically at $500 a month for like ad management to generate leads. Now, in
Okay.
terms of what we do is going to be kind of building out the campaign. Like we could do, I'll actually show you some examples of ads and you could take a
Okay.
look at, but it's usually 500 a month plus ad spend to like
Right.
set up and manage stuff like this.
Okay. And that would be just for Facebook. Like I was thinking, what I do might work well for exactly that email upload thing, but for Google Display.
So Google Display would be separate. So like basically,
Yeah.
usually what we do if you're wanting to get services versus just being a part of the coaching, we jump on a private call. We would do like a quote based upon what you're wanting because
Okay.
I don't want to
Yeah.
throw the whole kitchen sink at you. I
No,
want to
and
make sure that you
it's
get
way
what you
off
need.
topic. I get it. So
No,
yeah, cool.
not off topic at all. No, we're able to help if you need help.
Yeah. Well, we'll get on a call.
Perfect. And then, so let's jump into Rex. Do you got any questions in terms of what we've gone through so far on the audience build out?
No, looks pretty good. I'm familiar with the database part of it, the video retargeting that I'll probably have to rewatch when you post it on school. But seems pretty straightforward though.
Love it. Love it.
Awesome. Just back on that pixel thing for a second. So I've got some generic pixel. I'm pretty sure it's from my Just Bungalows Facebook page as opposed to my personal page. So that should be picking up all the information I need, right? Like if I want to get into the segmenting from specific ads and all that kind of stuff, then I would create a separate audience or
So basically your pixel's installed on justbungalows.com. I can
Yep.
see it's installed there. So what you would need to do is go to business.facebook.com. Actually go to adsmanager.facebook.com
Got it.
and see what pops up. Like, do you have access to
Okay.
the Just Bungalows ad account up here? And if you do, then you'll want to come over to all tools and audiences.
Got it.
And this is where you would try to create that pixel now, because you'll be able to see if you hit create custom audience right here and hit website and hit next. If you already have a pixel in that ad account, it won't prompt you to create a new one.
Okay.
If you don't, it will say you don't have a pixel, create a pixel first.
Okay.
Which if that occurs, Andrew, just let me know in school and we'll jump on like a private one-on-one and I'll show you how to get that set up.
Okay.
So rolling into ads you can run. So this is a popular one that you can run. It's IDX property list. We just did the Google, like a little bit of a Google training not too long, or sorry, the IDX with YouTube. We were kind of talking through building out on last week's session, using your IDX to push people towards your listing. In this scenario, you can actually use your IDX to just push people towards a specific list of homes. So in this example we have here, this is like new construction homes for sale, but you can do anything. You could do, if your IDX allows, like we'll go in here on the IDX of this website. We could do Lakeland. This is the city I'm in. Then we could go narrow this down to filters. And we could go, all right, maybe we only want family style homes. So family style homes might be 3 bedrooms and above. And we go single family homes. Maybe these are with a pool.
Well, this is lofty, hey Austin?
Yeah, this is lofty. Yep. Yes, sir.
I like it.
So pool. It's got a pool. Yes, these homes have pools. And I'm trying to see open houses. This is a cool one. and I like when they have pictures. So that'll be our filters. So we know this is family style homes with swimming pools in Lakeland.
So you're just
And
going
not
to
only
run
that,
us straight to that page.
you can't. Well, no, we're not
Okay.
actually.
Sorry.
But kind of. So there's 13 properties available that have open houses. So I would say open houses this weekend on family style pools, or family homes with pools or whatever. You come up with something. And then you write copy for it, you build it all out, you make your graphic design in Canva. If you don't want to make a graphic design, jump in Chat GPT and just tell it to make you an image. It may not be branded, but shoot, you can even make them branded these days. It's just not perfect. So you could do that as well. Make your creative. You can make a video creative. Hey, if you're in Lakeland looking for a family style home, you need to see this open house list of all the open houses this weekend, right? I made a curated list for you to check out. Click the link below to do so. There's your video, right? You can shoot it on your smartphone, upload it. What happens is when somebody clicks this, instead of driving them straight to the website, we like to use a Facebook lead form. And so when you build Facebook ads, and we could do another training on this maybe on like another session, you would create a Facebook lead form to capture the leads info, and you can connect it to your CRM. So Lofty, Follow Up Boss, whatever it may be, Sierra Interactive, not sure what you're using. You can then have them fill out their information. And then once they submit it, it gives them a button to then go, Andrew, to this page. And the reason for that is so that way you can capture the leads info and either one, it's retargeting, so they may already be in your database, but they may just be a website visitor that hasn't converted yet. And so now you got that website visitor that just visited to become a lead, or that person that liked, commented, shared on social to become a lead in your database. So you would use a Facebook lead form first, route them in through your integration with your CRM, and then drive them to this page right after. That's one route. Another route you could do, listing ads. We went through this on the YouTube training last week. If you didn't get a chance to tap into that and look at it, go into the classroom in school. We have, I think it's the first card in the school classroom is the weekly session recordings. Thanks to Andrew, we're now recording all of these. So you can go see that in there and take a look at it. So you can also use your listings. You can do just listed, just sold, retarget your database, retarget your website visitors. You want these people to see your listings because these are people that are going to see the sweat that you actually have homes for sale. You're actually helping people list. That's not only going to help you find a potential buyer for that specific home, but it's going to help build trust with home sellers and home owners. So that way they can see the marketing you do that differentiates you from the thousands of agents in your market. The other thing you can do, let me run through this. Webinars. Webinars are a great way to retarget, and I'll tell you, this will differentiate you amongst everybody in your market for the most part. There are not many agents running webinar ads and funnels, and we do have a funnel built out. Like, so in this example here, this is a first-time homebuyer masterclass. But this funnel template is in school already for you. You have to have this is built on Go High level, but this funnel is built for you to be able to use in school, in the classroom under Go High level templates. It's a webinar funnel. You can then, when somebody fills out this form, and you can, write all the content here, have your lead capture form. When somebody fills it out, you can go to step 2 of the funnel, which is your actual webinar. So in this scenario, what we did is we helped Julie do an interview. She wanted to do a home buyer masterclass for first-time home buyers. And so we just drafted a bunch of questions and we interviewed Julie. So Julie could be the subject matter expert in her market in Idaho. She's in like Boise. And then we ran the ad, people could download it, sign up, and then immediately watch this. They become a lead in her CRM and they get 30 minutes to spend with Julie to build massive amount of trust. and then we give them an offer for a home buying roadmap where they can schedule an appointment directly on her calendar. And this is all synced up to her calendar of what her actual availability is. This is a great way you can do it. What we're building for the school right now, it's not ready yet, but it should be ready in like 2 weeks, is we actually, instead of doing an interview style, we're building out a way to do a slideshow presentation. And it's basically like a listing presentation virtually. So you can generate seller leads by doing a masterclass webinar for sellers. We're going to give you the Canva template for the slideshow, and you'll be able to just go rebrand it in Canva. And then you can actually record yourself on a Zoom or a Google Meet or whatever platform you like to use to record the content. And then you can actually build it in a webinar funnel just like this. And another thing you can do is if you don't want a step one funnel, like where you drive them to a page like this, you can use that Facebook lead form, capture the lead directly on Facebook instead of taking them to a page. And then once they fill out their info, give them the button to step 2, which is right here. So those are a few different like retargeting ads you could do that I think would be very, very beneficial for your business.
That's really cool. So Julie there, was one of those, was the first one you showed a live thing, or that was just all a recording with you interviewing her and she just posted it like evergreen?
Exactly. So what you do is you make it instant access and you market it as an on-demand webinar
Got it.
versus a live one. Because
Right.
it end up what happens most of the time when you do these webinars, trust me, we've ran live ones, we've ran on-demand ones, but you put a lot of time into doing a live webinar and you might invest money in ads to get people to sign up, which you're capturing leads and then they're going to jump on live, which is great. It's a different experience. But sometimes you get 100 registrations that you just invested in your ad spend and 4 people show up, right?
Yeah.
And so in this scenario, everyone shows up because they immediately fill out their info and they don't have to wait till next Tuesday at 1:30. Sorry,
And
guys.
you remember that and everything else. I was thinking of doing this, Austin, with, for example, home inspectors, that kind of thing. For me, it's time. Like do an interview with a home inspector, record it, tell him to give me the questions. What are the most common questions you get, problems you see, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, people would love that stuff.
Absolutely. So with home inspect, so like if you're going to do that, Andrew, you just jump into chat. I am going to make an on-demand webinar,
Right.
where I interview and I'm not even, I got typos, but a home inspector.
I get it.
And so you fill this all out and then ask it to give you the questions. So you got your questions prompted and ready to go for that interview, and you have them up right in front of you because you're focused on the camera and like maybe looking at your screen a little bit, but nobody knows what's on your screen if you're doing an interview format. So you can easily just have those questions up and make it such a natural conversation, like we did with Julie here.
That's awesome.
Awesome. So that honestly concludes a lot of the training for the day. Just rolling through, building out those audiences, some ads you can run. And then if you have any specific questions, we got a little bit of time. So any questions we could dive in right now. I don't mind jumping on the screen share here right now as well. And, jumping into chat, showing you how to build something, whatever we need to do.
Yeah. What's the primary intent, or wrong words, but what the hell is go high level?
Great
I
question.
thought it was a CRM.
It can be. So I'll jump into go high level real quick.
Okay.
I have like a demo account and we'll just do a quick run through a go high level. Oh, I know what I want to showcase too. So we'll do both. Let
Sure.
me pull up here.
So how's this going, Austin, while you're pulling that up? Are you getting the signups you were hoping for, or is there somewhere we could go and say, hey, this is great value, you guys should be on here, sort of thing, or that kind
Well,
of
tell you what, this is actually really cool. So it's going really well. I mean, shoot, we've been doing this for 2-3 weeks. We've
Yep.
been in business since 2019, but this is something new for us to be able to do, to like coach at a way more affordable level.
Right.
And so it's going really well. What's super cool is that you actually, every single one of you have an affiliate link to refer people, and you actually get 40% recurring revenue. I mean, I know it's $39, so it's like $15 a month, but everybody that you refer into here, you get $15 a month for the lifetime of them being in here. If you're interested in sharing this with other agents,
I don't want
you
my competitors to know though.
yeah, hey, share it with people outside the market, you know?
I'm just kidding.
You go
You know,
into
the
the
other piece of
settings.
that is that, like I just asked you, like I look at this stuff like this is awesome, and this would work beautifully, I think, for what I do. I don't really market in my own name. I'm targeting empty nesters, that kind of stuff. But
Yeah, no, you can
it's
absolutely
time,
do
man.
this.
It's time, right?
Yep.
So yeah,
So if you're interested in sharing this with anybody, go into your profile on school in the top right, go to settings, and then there should be a link that says affiliate. And
okay,
then you have your own affiliate link in there to share. And anybody that comes in from your link, you get a payout for. Shoot, if you refer 3 people, you just paid for your your subscription, right?
right,
So,
cool.
let's see here. So let me jump into a couple things here.
Oh, before I forget, I wanted to tell you I was late because I used my Google Calendar login, and that took me to Zoom, and nothing was happening. I was trying.
Interesting. So I updated it to the school community. So you want to update it to this link that you're on right now.
So
School has a
built in,
call built into it, and
yeah,
it makes it super easy when I record it. I could just place it. So I was like, oh, all right, I'm gonna use that now.
got it.
All right, so let me pull up Go High Level. I'm gonna pull up the classroom.
Still, though, that's not really a lot of people that I don't know that I would, use the affiliate link for. So, I mean, can we go and like follow up us and say, hey, this is awesome over here,
Yeah,
whatever.
absolutely. You can
Will they
jump in the
like it?
follow up, promote it how you want. It don't got to be anybody you know. You can run ads at it if you want to run ads at it, Andrew.
Well, when I get the affiliate cash flow, I'll use half of that for ads. How's that?
Hey, that's a great idea. That's a fantastic idea. All
Affiliate.
right, so I'm gonna share my screen again. We're gonna jump into the classroom here. So one more thing that I forgot, you guys already have at your disposal, is Dippidi Dropz. These are monthly ad campaigns and they're ebooks. So you don't even have to worry about a webinar. You don't got to worry about a home list and having an IDX website. Some people don't have an IDX website. They may not have the courage sometimes to jump on video. You don't need to do that. You can use Dippidi Dropz right here. You have a monthly ad campaign we provide to you. You would just come into here. There is a video showing you how to. Oh, let me drag this in. Boom, boom. And we got these right here. Look, I'm optimizing it while we're on the call, if that's cool with y'all. I made some folders for you, make it a little more organized. And we got April about to drop this week. We just made a new ebook. So basically in here, you can go to start here and you can create ads. So what happens is this is a video recording showing you how to take this ebook and run the ad. I mean, it is literally step by step in Facebook Ads Manager and how to build these ads for lead generation. And then you now know how to build a retargeting audience so you can use that retargeting audience in your ad sets. But what you'll want to do first is you'll want to rebrand these ebooks. And thanks to Andrew once again, we made this here for you to show you how to update your brand kit in Canva. So you can go into Canva. It's a 4-minute video. And this will show you exactly step by step how to build a brand kit in Canva. So that way you can easily rebrand these ebooks that we provide to you each month. So in January, you have this one. And if you haven't ran it in January, it's okay. You actually just have these at your disposal. You get a new drop each month. So go into the Canva link, open it up. If you want to rebrand it, once you built your brand kit, you just go over to brand. It's this simple. You have your color palette and you come over to your brand. In this scenario, I'm on Pursuit is a client of ours. I'm going to go to the Dippidi one. And I'm on this first page and I can literally hit shuffle and look at that. If I don't like that color scheme, I shuffle again, and it will literally take my brand colors and pour it into the ebook. Just come through the pages. This should take you all of like 2 minutes.
So you don't bother with stuff like Google Slides. You just do all your presentations, everything in here in Canva?
So I build the presentations in Canva, and then I use Google Slides to like share my screen and showcase it.
Okay, got it.
But I do this because I can create a lot of templates in here. So like, for instance, for you guys, I can make a template link for you all to be able to use. So I don't get that opportunity in Google Slides, unfortunately.
Right.
So boom, I rebranded it, and maybe I want to slap my logo on there, drag it on, maybe make it a little small, and we're gonna put it in the bottom corner. I'm just slapping it there for right now, and then I can hit share, come over and download it, and now I got my PDF that I can use in the lead generation campaign. And now over here, it shows you how to build it. So this is Dippidi Dropz. Highly recommend tapping into this. This could be great for retargeting. It could even be great for attracting strangers into leads. So you can build multiple audiences, one that's going to like cold new strangers, and then other one that's going towards all your retargeting audiences you just created. All right, go high level. So in the classroom, if you come in and scroll down, you'll see these go high level funnel templates. You can open this up. If you don't have go high level, it's offered right here. You just click right here to be able to get set up with a go high level account. And I'll go through what go high level is and what you can do with it, because it is kind of insane. It's a lot. And we may not have time to go through the whole demo. In fact, maybe what I'll do is
That's
next
okay.
Tuesday, we'll
So
do a
that's in
full
there,
one.
right?
It is. It is.
Okay. Well, don't
And
worry about
so-
it. I mean, I can go look at it there.
Because this demo, well, what I'll do is I'll record a demo of go high level, and then I'll put it in here. So that way, if you don't know what it is, you can at least get an idea of what's possible in it.
Got
Because this is what the dashboard looks like. And just from a quick, fast, speed version, and then I'll create a demo and put it in there for you. You have a main dashboard for like results of everything you can do in here. You have conversations, so you can actually pull in Facebook Messenger, Instagram Messenger, WhatsApp, text, and email all in one inbox. So that's pretty cool. You can connect calendars. So if you have like Calendly, you don't need it anymore. You can actually build your own calendar widgets in here for people to like book a calendar appointment on your calendar. It does have a light CRM. I say light. It has a full-blown CRM. But if you have a CRM you love, you don't necessarily need to use this CRM. This has so many different other features that you could use something else. Like if you have Follow Up Boss or Lofty or Sierra Interactive or whatever you're using for your CRM, you could keep using it. But this is available if you wanted it as well. There are opportunity pipelines, so you can actually like make your deal pipeline in here and just like drag people across your pipelines. In real estate, you don't necessarily need this, but if you wanted to send invoices, payments, contracts, you could use this for contracts to get signed.
Oh,
It
wow.
integrates with QuickBooks, so you can like, charge somebody and it pours that transaction right into your QuickBooks for accounting. There are AI agents built in here. So you can actually build like a text AI agent and a call AI agent all directly out of here, which is pretty incredible. On the marketing side, you can do all your social media scheduling. So Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Google Business Profile, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, and I don't know what Blue Sky is, but that's available as well. You can literally like create your post and distribute it to all your channels at once. There's an entire automation builder in here. Like when somebody becomes a lead, send this email, do this text, wait 4 days, do that. Like you could build it all out in here. And we already built some nurture campaigns for like if somebody were to download those ebooks from Dropz, you have a 52-week nurture campaign for emails and text already made in here for a shell. You would just need to go in and I'm gonna do enable autosave. You would go in here and just kind of edit your messages.
Right.
So a lot in terms of that.
That's not going to integrate with Follow Up Boss, though, right? It's kind of an overlap, no?
It's exactly. This does not integrate with Follow Up Boss. So like these drip campaigns would be separate from Follow Up Boss.
Okay.
if you were to want to do those automations. But here's where you have your sites and you can build funnels. So all those funnels that we talked about, you got a webinar funnel, sell with us funnel, property search funnel, an ebook funnel, a property management, an STR and vacation rental one, a seller net sheet. So like maybe you want to try to run an ad where people are like, you want to see the exact profits you'll get when you sell your home, not a home value. Do a seller net sheet. I'll run a CMA and I'll give you an entire profit of what you get. We got that whole funnel built out.
I was just going to say you could use this for recruiting. There you go.
There you go. We got a recruiting funnel.
Big piece, hey Austin.
I mean, this is definitely a piece.
Yeah.
There's a lot, man. Marketing's crazy. We just want to be able to have all the different things in here available for you, and so that way you have the resource available. You can do a ton with this. Go High Level is definitely an incredible software.
Cool.
All right, fellas. In terms of final questions for the day, do we got any, or let me know feedback? How was the day today?
It was awesome. Like you said, that's a lot. Hey, Rex?
Yeah, good day. Good ideas.
Yeah. By the way, Blue Sky is a competitor to Twitter that doesn't involve Elon. So they were trying to, I don't know if it's going anywhere, but that's
what Blue Sky is? I haven't even seen Blue Sky yet.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah, so it must not be
I don't need to get in the trash. Hey, where's Lakeland? Where's Lakeland?
I'm not too far from Rex, so I'm right outside of Tampa and Orlando. I'm like right in the middle.
Okay, cool. Because I'm sort of rural, just outside Toronto, but my wife's got an addiction. We have to be in Florida half the winter. Addiction's called horses.
Oh yeah, yep. I see it on your hat.
We're down in Wellington.
Okay, awesome, man. Well, hey, whenever you're here in Florida, you let me know. Maybe us three could go out and play some golf. I don't know if you do any golfing.
A little bit, if you want to call it golfing.
Yeah. Hey,
you golf, Rex?
I have not golfed in about 20 years, but
we're gonna pick the sticks back up and do it. How about it?
All right, yeah. I have to find that lake on the course where I left the clubs.
Yeah.
Get all your balls back. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
That's awesome, Austin. I don't have anything else, I think, guys.
Awesome. Well, hey, we'll prepare something for next week. I'm excited. And yeah, definitely jump into the classroom, tap into the Dippidi Dropz, try to build out those retargeting audiences. And if you run into any issues at all, just let me know, shoot me a message in school, or even drop a discussion and we'll be able to help out.
Sounds good. Thanks a mil, Austin. Great stuff.
All right. Okay. My pleasure. See you, fellas. See you next week.
Bye.